Hi there. So today I am going to show you a tutorial on using the Google Classroom as your learning management system. So first we need to start by just creating an account. So if you just go to google.com and go to sign in, if you have an existing Google account, you can sign in here. Otherwise, if you do not have an existing Google account or you want to make a separate account that you will use for your Google Classroom, you'll just click Create Account and follow the prompts. Now I already have an account, so I'm going to go ahead and sign in using my account. So as you can see, I have a whole bunch of courses that I have already started, especially with our e-learning that happened. I created a lot of different versions of a classroom. So this is what your home screen will look like when you go to classroom.google.com once you've created all of your courses. If there's a course you don't need anymore, so I never ended up using all of these, you can actually go ahead and archive a course, and that's going to remove it from your home page. Okay, but let's start at the beginning, and let's say I need to make a new course for the school year. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go up here to this plus sign, and that either allows you to join a class. So for example, our head of technology for our district has us join technology Google Classroom, so if there's any sort of updates that we need. To join a class, you would just click this and then type the class code that you would get from the instructor. But as the teacher, you're most likely going to be creating your own class. So I'm going to click Create a Class. Next, you're going to name it. So I always make separate classrooms for my homeroom and my math classes just to keep things organized. So I'm going to say Mrs. Osborne's homeroom, and then let's make this for the next school year. And then you'll just click Create. You can add other details, especially if you're middle school, high school, and you have a lot of different sections. You can be more specific with some of these pieces, but at the elementary level, this is usually all the information that I need. So I'm going to click Create, and it's now making my Google Classroom. And here we are. We are now on the home page of your Google Classroom. Right here is your class code. If you click this box, it makes it big. This is the code students would need to join the class. That's when you hit that plus sign and hit join class. This is the code to have students join your classroom. You can go ahead and change your theme, which is like your header at the top if you want to. It's split into sections. Or you can always go back and you can you can upload a photo as well if you want something more customized. I'll leave it like this for now. So when you post on Google Classroom, the first thing you're going to want to do is make an announcement. That's what this feature is right here. So think of it like a social media timeline. So this would be posting on the classroom feed. That's why it's called a stream. So welcome, 5th graders. I'm so excited to get to know you. Please complete the welcome slideshow for your morning work. Okay, so this would be my example announcement. So I'm going to go ahead and post. And so this, when students sign on, they'll be able to see this announcement. They can also add comments below for questions. This was great for remote learning. However, I like to turn off comments when we are in in-person school. So to do that, go to Settings. And then right here, Stream, I change it to only teachers can post and comment. That way it doesn't become a little chat room for students. So online learning, this was a great tool, but if you're in person, I recommend turning off any sort of class comments. Okay, so next we're going to actually make an assignment. So I told my students to complete a welcome slideshow. So I'm next going to go to classwork. This is where you make an assignment for students. So I'm going to go to Create Assignment. Welcome slideshow is what I called that. So either you can create a blank Google slideshow and then assign it, or you can add something that's already created in your Google Drive. So here's a whole bunch of things that I used in my classroom. I can go to my drive. We can see that there's a whole bunch of slides I could choose from. So here's an All About Me slideshow. So I'll go ahead and add All About Me as our welcome slideshow. And something that's really important, if this is a document you only want students to read or click links on, then they just need to view the file. They don't need any sort of editing power. However, I want my students to be able to edit this slideshow. So I'm going to change this to make a copy for each student. So now every single student is going to get their own version of this slideshow and it will be editable. You can select different students to assign things to. You can change points. This is just an introduction activity, so I'm going to mark ungraded, and then I'm going to assign. Once this finishes assigning, I can go back to my stream, and it's going to show up on the stream of your Google Classroom. So I'm going to go ahead and go to stream now. And so you can see my announcement, and you can see my assignment, the welcome slideshow. So the next thing, let's go ahead and talk about how to share files or URLs. So similar to when you're making an assignment, you can also post announcements that have links or PDFs. So let's go ahead and start by adding a PDF. So I'm going to go to File. Again, either you can upload a PDF directly from your drive, or maybe it's on your computer. I'll show how to get one off of the computer today. So I'm just going to select one of the PDFs from my course. So I'm going to upload the PDF. And now the PDF is on the announcement. So maybe I'll type a new announcement. After you finish the welcome slideshow, please view the following PDF and link. So I've now added my PDF, and let's say I want to add a link. So let's just add a link to youtube.com. I can also add links. So now I have a link and a PDF. Something if you want to also type URLs directly into your announcement. Right now it's not a hyperlink, but if I post this, it does automatically hyperlink that URL. So I can either type URLs this way, or you can add them kind of as an attachment to your Google announcement. All right, one last thing I want to show would be creating a quiz assignment. So I'm going to go back to classwork, create quiz assignment. So let's say this is a get to know you. All about the teacher. So blank quiz, you're going to go ahead and click your blank quiz. It automatically generates it for you. You're going to rename it. So get to know your teacher. And I'm going to copy this title. How much do you know about Mrs. Osborne? Okay, so first you're going to type your question. How many cats does Mrs. Osborne have? And so then you're going to list your options. 1 cat, 2 cats. We'll say no cats. All right, so this is a multiple choice question. That's kind of the default, so I use that for the first one. Next, you're going to click answer key, and you're going to select the correct answer. So the correct answer is 1 cat. So then I'm going to hit done. Next, you can add multiple questions by hitting the plus sign. This time, let's change it to short answer. What state did Mrs. Osborne grow up in? And so this time, students are going to have the option to type their answer. Again, go to answer key, and then you're going to add a correct answer. Go ahead and add any way you think students might end up typing it, because Google Classroom is going to grade it right or wrong based on your responses. So I usually try to add a few ways of writing the answer to make sure that students don't get marked incorrectly. And so you can keep adding different types of questions. You can add images and videos to your questions. So maybe I would post a picture of me and another teacher and ask, who is the other teacher in this picture? So there's a lot of different options for your quiz. So to check your quiz, go ahead and hit this eyeball. That gives you a preview of what students are going to see. Let's say I get this one wrong on purpose. Hit submit, you can view the score, and I see that I got number 1 correct and number 2 incorrect. So once your quiz is completed the way you would like to, you just need to go back to the Google Classroom tab. Again, I'm going to make this one ungraded just for fun, and then click Assign. So once it's assigned, I now see that I have 2 different assignments going. My stream, I have my announcements, my assignments, all posted. One more quick trick that I'd like to show you on Google Classroom is, let's say, so Google Classroom posts things in a stream timeline format. So whatever you post first is going to be towards the bottom now. But let's say that I'm doing all of this the night before the first day of school. I'm going to have my students make their welcome slideshow, and then they're going to take a fun quiz about me. Well, I probably want them to do the welcome slideshow first, so I prefer for this to be on the top. But I don't want to work backwards in my day. So a trick to get it back to the top, if you go ahead and click these dots next to your assignment, you can click Move to Top, and it automatically moves that post back up to the top. So I'm going to move my welcome slideshows back to the top, and those are now the first thing students will see. Hopefully this was helpful.